Hey everyone, this is Chanyote66, and this is the maiden flight of the Skysurfer 2014 edition, 1800mm wingspan. I'm currently running on a single 5000 milliamp 4-cell battery, and I'm using the Turnigy SK3 3542 1085 kV motor. The initial launch, after I did the trimming, showed that the elevator was trimmed a little too high, so it climbed extremely fast and just kept nosing up. Once I started trimming it down and getting the elevator trimmed correctly, it started flying much better. But even with the elevator trim off, it was still fully controllable, and I was able to fly it without any problems. After getting it trimmed out, I did notice that 110 millimeters back for center of gravity seemed a little tail heavy, creating sort of a bobbing effect when flying around. So I'm going to be adding a little bit more weight to the front to counter this. On this flight, I only take it out to right around a mile, just because I don't have a return to home or on-screen display currently on this aircraft. The simple pan assembly in the GoPro worked very well. All it is a standard servo slid into the slot designed into the foam canopy. Then I put a hex arm servo head on the servo and put foam on that. I then strapped the GoPro to that using a Velcro strap. So there was nothing actually used besides the servo head itself, a Velcro strap, and just some foam to help the servo head grab the GoPro. The plane currently flew around with just under half throttle. At half throttle, it provided a very reliable and steady power supply to keep the aircraft moving effectively through the air. Did not have any stall issues or strange behavior, even when I would cut it down to about a quarter throttle. Lower than a quarter throttle, it would just go into a full glide and still had a very nice rate of descent. On this first loop out, I only went about I believe it was a half mile total, and it did really good. The first pass I was mostly just trying to check everything out, line of sight as well as through the FPV goggles, to make sure that there wasn't anything strange going to happen. I then started putting it into a few tests. You'll see it where I'll throw it into a really tight bank, trying to see if I can get it to do any sort of tip stall or anything like that. I haven't noticed anything extreme on it. It's a very well-mannered plane, and the wing assembly makes the entire system very rigid. The wood blocks and screws used to attach the wings to the center, or to the wing core, I guess you could say, is very durable and reliable, unlike some of the other aircraft that I've built and reviewed, such as the Super Sky Surfer, where its foam started degrading after a while, where it wouldn't hold the wing, so people were going to other means to get the wings to stay together. I don't foresee this happening on this one, for one, because the Skywalker has been around for quite a while, and two, this one is extremely durable. The 1800mm wingspan is nice, and it's just slightly longer than the actual aircraft itself. So I personally just put it in the back of the car without breaking the wing down, and it fit nicely. Right here I'm actually speeding back to see how its top speed does. That was right around 75% throttle, and it can move very quickly. It definitely has good float capabilities and good high speed. Right in here I'm going to actually start bringing it down to land, and you'll see that even when I make the mistake of not having rudder control, I had the control still switched over to my GoPro for pan tilt. I didn't have any issues with it trying to stall out. You'll see right here when the GoPro pans a little bit when I was trying to correct rudder. And here it is for the final approach, which it came in very nice. It's pretty tall grass that I'm landing in, just because I didn't want to risk anything on the initial launch. But overall, plane performed amazingly well. And stay tuned for more videos. Chan Yo, out.